Here's the undeniable proof that narcissists know they are the main villains. There's always been a heated debate about whether narcissists truly understand that their behavior is unacceptable. Some argue they are oblivious, while others claim they know exactly what they are doing. From my experience, after countless interactions with narcissists, I can tell you this: they do know. They are fully aware that their actions are harmful. But the truth is, they simply don't care, because the consequences rarely affect them directly. This isn't just my personal take. It's a reality I've observed time and time again. And in this episode, I'll share those experiences to prove why narcissists are conscious of how wrong their behavior is. Stick with me until the very end. Number 1. Their public image versus their private reality. One of the clearest signs that narcissists know their behavior is wrong is the glaring difference between who they are in public and who they are behind closed doors. Out in the world, they wear the mask of a saint, charming, generous, attentive, and even self-sacrificing. They'll go out of their way to help strangers, listen with apparent empathy, and project an aura of kindness. To outsiders, they're admirable, even enviable. But at home, that mask comes off. The person you see in private is unrecognizable compared to the persona they flaunt in public. At home, they dismiss responsibility, deny wrongdoing, inflict harm intentionally, and abandon the very people closest to them. It's as if you're living with two completely different individuals. In my own life, I witnessed this duality firsthand. My mother, a covert narcissist, would appear in public as warm, caring, and endlessly helpful, always laughing, offering advice, and guiding others as though she carried wisdom for the whole world. But the moment she stepped inside our home, her demeanor would shift, her smile would vanish, her energy would drop, and she'd retreat into a self-pitying victim role, treating her own family as nothing more than a heavy burden she never wanted to carry. My father, an overt narcissist, was the complete opposite. Behind closed doors, he was consumed by rage, unpredictable, and terrifying to be around. We children learned to tiptoe on eggshells to avoid setting him off. Yet outside the home, he transformed into a charismatic, sociable man, always ready with advice and kindness for strangers. People would constantly say things like, "You're so lucky to have a father like him," or "Your mother has sacrificed so much for you. You should be grateful." From the outside, our parents looked like model caregivers. But inside, we were living in a nightmare no one else could see. And here's the critical point. This contrast proves awareness. If they were truly oblivious to the inappropriateness of their actions, how could they so carefully adjust their behavior depending on who's watching? How can someone be kind, patient, and supportive in front of an audience, then instantly become cruel, neglectful, or abusive the moment the doors close? This ability to switch personas shows they know exactly which behavior society condemns and which ones earn them praise. They regulate their image strategically, presenting themselves as admirable in public while unleashing their dysfunction in private. That's why I say narcissists aren't clueless about their toxicity. They know precisely when to hold back, when to perform, and when to let their darker impulses run wild. Their awareness of what's socially acceptable is what allows them to hide so effectively. They act one way for the world because they understand the consequences of exposure, but they act another way with you because they believe you're trapped. You won't leave, you won't expose them, and you'll keep playing along. And that, right there, is undeniable proof of their awareness. Number 2, they shift their behavior when they know you're onto them. Narcissists have this uncanny ability to change their colors the moment they realize you're catching on. It's like watching someone swap masks depending on the situation. And that alone should tell you, they do know exactly what they are doing. Think about it. If this were a genuine mental illness like schizophrenia or psychosis, there wouldn't be such selective control. You don't have schizophrenia part-time. You don't slip in and out of psychosis based on convenience. Those conditions don't allow for choice. But narcissists, they flip the switch when it benefits them. Here's how it works. If they sense that their constant abuse is pushing you to your breaking point, where you might actually walk away, they suddenly soften. They become affectionate, considerate, even normal. Why? Because they don't want you to leave. They know you have limits, and they understand that losing you means losing their supply. So they play nice, not because they genuinely want peace, but because it serves their agenda. They are perfectly capable of behaving well, but they withhold that version of themselves unless it's necessary for control. From my own recent conversation with a narcissist, I got a chilling confirmation of this. That person admitted something along the lines of, "I have to change myself. I have to act like what the other person wants, because I know if I show my real self, they'll reject me. So I give them small doses of the good me to keep them hooked. And once I know they're invested, once I know it'll be hard for them to leave, then I let my true self out, because by then, they're stuck." And that confession tells you everything. Deep down, they know their real self is toxic, destructive, and unacceptable. They know that if they revealed it fully from the start, people would run. So instead, they ration out just enough kindness to keep you clinging to hope, then retreat into their original dysfunction once they feel secure you won't easily escape. That conscious switching of masks is undeniable proof that they are aware and terrified of being exposed for who they truly are. Number 3, they can dish it out, but they can't take it. Here's one of the biggest giveaways that narcissists know their behavior is wrong. They absolutely cannot handle being treated the same way they treat you. To them, the rules don't apply. They can insult you, tear you down, neglect you, abandon you, and even humiliate you, because in their mind, they've already justified it. They've convinced themselves that you deserve it, that you're the problem, and that their cruelty is nothing more than a punishment you've earned. But flip the script for even one moment. Give them a taste of their own medicine, and watch the meltdown begin. The shock on their face is almost comical. If you raise your voice the way they do, if you call out their flaws, or if you challenge their family the way they constantly attack yours, suddenly you've committed a crime of the highest order. They'll erupt with outrage. "How dare you talk to me like that? Who do you think you are?" The hypocrisy is staggering. And that's the point. They know. Deep down, they know their behavior is unacceptable because they cannot stand it directed at them. If it were truly normal or deserved, they wouldn't crumble when the tables turn. But they do. They punish you harder for daring to mirror them, because your response exposes the truth. Their treatment of you has never been okay. So why do they keep doing it? Because of something I call self-gaslighting. They twist their own perception, compartmentalize their cruelty, and minimize the damage they cause. They tell themselves, it's not abuse. It's discipline. It's not neglect. It's what they had coming. This mental gymnastics allows them to keep harming others while clinging to the illusion that they are in the right. But every furious reaction they have when you hold up a mirror is proof they know the truth. They just refuse to face it. Number 4, the smirk that says it all. After they've cut you down, ignored you, or pushed you into emotional chaos, watch their face carefully. You'll often see it. That smirk, that chilling, twisted little grin that tells you everything you need to know. It's not random. It's not harmless. It's proof that they are fully aware of the damage they've just caused, and they are savoring it. I've seen it countless times, in almost every narcissist I've encountered. They know exactly what they are doing. They know how much that cruel comment was meant to sting. They know what withholding affection does to your heart. They know how the silent treatment strangles your soul, how stonewalling shuts down your mind and leaves you spiraling. And the worst part, they don't just know it, they enjoy it. This isn't about a lack of empathy. It's complete indifference. They do not care, not even a little. In fact, punishing you gives them a warped sense of justice. They believe they're balancing the scales, that somehow you deserve the suffering they're inflicting. In their twisted world, justice always means revenge. They win, you lose. They feel superior, you feel broken. And that smirk? That's the victory flag. It's their way of saying, I got you. I won. That single expression reveals the darkness beneath the mask, the gleeful cruelty of someone who thrives on your pain. So what do you think? Have you seen that same smirk? Share your experience below. For now, that brings this episode to a close. Thank you for listening, and until next time, remember, your healing is the greatest revenge.